Technological advancement has helped compensate our lack of resources, and Sharon will show us how. And indeed, listservs, Facebook, Twitter, blogs, and a host of others I am not even familiar with have catapulted our advocacies to reach new constituencies. It has allowed us to communicate beyond the already converted. It has magnified our mobilizations and transformed them into powerful experiences of international solidarity. But all these cyberspace connections cannot in any way substitute for real action on the ground. Community organizing is not passé. Actual demonstrations are needed to change the status quo. Technology is cool, but we still need warm bodies to bring about social change.
Community media for us has become an enabling and participatory process to empower and inform the transformation of our own political spaces and processes, including within our own movements and organizations, which I feel is still very much needed. Women must be supported to be innovative and not to simply accept the status quo, but demand a transformation so that governments, broader civil society, as well as faith-based organizations are also held accountable to the commitments to women's human rights, gender equality, development, and peace.
I may be under 30.
I have a long way to go.
But I'm going to make a difference.
When you invest in me.
Our stories are the same. Our media can empower.
Yeah, I have something to say.
Generation Next, we are. Yeah.
There are young women that are out there, and it's about the movement learning from the young women as well. We're all here reflecting on Beijing plus 15, but we also need to think about Beijing plus the other 15. What's coming next, and how do we move the agenda forward with young women at the forefront?
I find that problem that the older feminists won't reach down to younger feminists, and younger feminists don't understand often the context. You have laid out in this panel a lot of what we have to do, whether it's consciousness raising or it's about letting young people take the leadership and letting us help them say it in their own linguistics so that they can feel excited and really moved and energized. That's when I think we're going to see a renaissance of this whole movement.
I think one thing I do know for sure is that the global women's movement is the most powerful social movement we have on the planet right now. We are at a point now where, because of all the gains that we have, we stand the risk of losing them if we don't rise up to this moment. There are opportunities out there, opportunities for money, opportunities for new leadership and voices, as we've heard today, opportunities to do things a bit differently. So what I'm looking at is ways in which we can go back to our communities, our countries, and so on, connect with our sisters, and try and get some more passion into this movement to come up with some new ideas and push us forward into the next 20 years. Thank you.
Sister, now it's time to celebrate our sister, Charlotte, whom we love a bunch, yes, sir. We're here to say we're proud of her, caring, sharing, bold and kind and smart and oh so daring.
Charlotte has been a mentor and a friend for more than a decade. She's one of the wisest voices, one of the most visionary thinkers, and one of the most resolute fighters for women's rights, for women's empowerment, the intersectionality.
She got it from the beginning. Her vision never was limited. And people saw that and recognized that in her. What happens in the household happens in the world. There is a whole website for Charlotte's quotations. Don't you love it? But there's one that I think brings us back to our main theme in what she has been about from the beginning, and that is this quotation. The state of the world today demands that women become less modest, and that they dream, plan, act, and risk on a larger scale. Thank you, Charlotte, for leading the way.
It would it be good to remind us that women's movements always used to have music and we used to all sing together? And because we also have someone who's going to be walking in those shoes, who I adore and who I think CWGL is so lucky to have inherit these huge shoes of this wonderful woman. And because we as Desi women, that's women from South Asia, have a little something we kind of share, this is another song I learned in my communist school. It's the Hindi version of Mao's Long March. And I'm going to sing it in Hindi first, and then I'm going to sing it, then I'm going to tell you what it means. And I changed the words a little bit. Rasta hai lamba bhai, manzil hai dur. Rasta hai lamba bain, manzil hai dur. Ant tak hum ladenge, औरत है मजबूत, हम हैं नए इंसान, हम चलेंगे सीना तान. We are the new people. We are the new people. We will stand shoulder to shoulder, and I'd like to ask Charlotte and Radhika to come and stand shoulder to shoulder to represent this new generation and to thank them both for what they have done, what they will do, and what we are all so proud to be a part of. Thank you. Amazing.